Hi! Welcome to my first official vlog entry of London 2014. This lot has happened and I haven't really been able to talk to many of you because just recently actually got Wi-Fi. First of many obstacles to overcome in London. I guess it's time to update you on London life. So here we go. So the first day we had move-in. If you haven't seen it already, I've posted a short snippet video kind of us at the airport and what the flat actually looks like. If you want to see that video, you can go to the other video on my page. It should be the first one posted, titled Have a Cuppa, and you can see that. So enjoy. But back to first day. So we moved in. Very tiring. When people complain about jet lag, I now understand. It is not fun. It is a rough time, but we powered through. So we arrived at the airport about, our flight got in about 7 a.m. We waited around for a couple more hours for 3 of the other students doing the ISA program. That's something that's a little special about us. We are studying with the Theatre Academy London, or TAL as they call themselves, but it's actually through Florida State University's study center in London. So we actually have people from all kinds of different schools there. There are the FSU kids, the Florida State University kids, who all came together, and they're actually living in dorm housing right above where the study center is. There's also the University of Connecticut students. I think there's about a half dozen of them. There are the ISA kids, which is us. And we are students who come from all different schools and universities throughout the States. And we found this program through International Studies Abroad. They're awesome, they're great, so helpful and so kind. And if you're ever interested in studying abroad, I highly suggest going through them because they are really great. Shout out to Saul and Tom, who have been helping us out so far. Thanks, guys. You're the bomb. There's about 8 of us, ISA students, and we come from all over the States. I'm the only one from Virginia. So there's Mike. He is our token guy with ISA. He's getting his BA in theater, and he's from New Jersey. I have Nicolette, who is getting her BFA in musical theater, so we're kind of bonding off of that. She's the baby of our group. She's actually celebrating her birthday coming up, so happy early birthday, Nicolette. And she's also from New Jersey. She and Mike actually attend the same school, which is pretty great. Elizabeth is from Alabama. She's a fellow Disney fan, so we've got that in common. Becca, or Rebecca, she goes by either one. She's our skater girl, city savvy one, and she also actually hails from New Jersey, so Jersey's holding strong. Is Sarah. Sarah's our world traveler. She just spent the summer in Germany, which I am so jealous of. She actually is from Boston, Massachusetts during the year. And we have Natasha. Natasha hails from sunny California, where she is a Shakespeare fanatic. She actually works at a Shakespeare company, which is really great. She's also our planner. She seems to have something to do every day, which I hope to be able to adopt that habit soon, so I'm not wasting any of my time here. And finally, there's Erin. Erin is my roommate, and she attends school in New Jersey now, where her family is originally from, but she did go to Catholic University for a while, so we both understand Washington, D.C. and the troubles of the metro, which is nice having somebody who understands back home. That's definitely a plus. So those are the people who I will be studying with, and that's who I've been hanging out with the most part since we've been here. Since we came through ISA, we actually have a lot of differences to the other students currently. They all live in dorming above the study center of the Theatre Academy of London, while we actually have individualized flats. Personally, I think it's great. I love having an apartment to myself and with other roommates, and I think the commute is fun. But that does mean that we actually are quite a bit of ways from everybody else right now. So we haven't really been able to meet anyone else, but luckily our group is clicking pretty well, we gel pretty well, and we've been able to do some exploring of our own. And that brings me to day number 2, our first full day in London, England. We had a short orientation with Tom, who is one of our ISA advisors. He's actually piecing out for Scotland, so best of luck to you. But before he left, he was able to give us a quick tour of some of the main sites around London where we will actually be studying. To start off, we actually got to see Big Ben, or more accurately, hear Big Ben. I wasn't aware of this. Maybe I just haven't been reading up enough. But Big Ben is actually the bell inside the clock tower, not the clock itself. So you don't see Big Ben, you hear him. We also got to wander around different streets and different tidbits of the West End and Chinatown. There are plenty of street performers. There's apparently very common to do a kind of street performing where you dress up as Yoda and float, which I still don't understand how they do that. If anybody knows, please inform me. I am very intrigued. It seems like magic. There are tons of options for student discounts and student tickets, which I'm very excited about. We're actually going to be seeing a bunch of shows for one of our classes, but for shows that aren't a part of that, I don't think we have any musicals in there, which is a shame, but we're going to be able to get student rush tickets and see some more on our off time, which I'm very excited about. Day 2, I don't know if you're aware, but Ladbroke Grove, where I live, is right down a couple streets from Portobello Road. If you had the kind of upbringing I did, you now have this song stuck in your head.
Portobello Road, street where the riches of ages are stowed. Anything and everything a chap can unload is sold off the barrow in Portobello Road.
And that's basically how it's been since I arrived. Surprisingly, no one else has seen bed knobs and broomsticks. I don't know what kind of childhoods these kids had. Portobello Road is just as magical as that movie makes it out to be. There's tons of shops and stands all up and down it. Cafes, restaurants, pubs, you name it, it's there. It's most popular on Saturday mornings, which is where we got to go do our grocery shopping for the most part, getting produce and basic necessities off stands and vendors on the streets, which is great. I had my hand at bartering. It's a lot trickier, let me tell you, when you don't completely understand the currency here yet. But I think I got some good deals and I've been fed, so I guess it all works out. Portobello Road, it's awesome. I expect to be there a lot since it's right down the street. Hopefully I'm able to control my change purse and I don't lose everything on one day. We went to our first official pub night in London. Bartender Alejandro, a gem, very nice man, just moved here from Mexico, so he understands getting used to the lay of the land. And we also met Adam, who runs the music and books the bands and gigs for each night. So it's really great having already met some of the locals. And they've already told us that of some upcoming shows that we should really check out. I think we're going there next Thursday to see what they have playing and celebrate our first full week of classes, which brings me to FSU orientation. We had that on Saturday, and that was basically getting our schedules for the semester, meeting our head of the department, and finding out which shows we get to see this year. Our first show is, drumroll please, Shakespeare in Love, which is the one show I wanted to see while I was here. I'm so ecstatic. I can't wait to report back on how amazing I'm sure it will be. And best of all, it's part of a class. So I really can't get much better than that. But we have a full schedule of shows. We're going to at minimum 3 a month. and which is part of this class. I'm over the moon excited about it. As for the rest of my classes, I'll be taking movement taught by Mick Barnfather, I believe. I googled him. He's a renowned teacher in clowning and in physical theater. I'll also be taking Shakespeare or advanced acting with Emily Brunt and Joe Haworth, both of whom are renowned in the Shakespeare world, working at the Globe, television, on PBS, and movies. I'm so excited, and I feel like I'm going to really gain a lot from this class. I'll also be taking scene study with Ben Naylor, who is also a theater or lecturer at the Academy of Speech and Drama in London. His resume includes all kind of awesome schools throughout London, that he is a professor of theater, teaching acting for mostly master classes. I'll also be taking fundamentals of playwriting with Mark Wheatley. From what I hear, I actually haven't been able to find a whole bunch on Mark, but from the people I've spoken to who've worked with him in the past, he is an amazing teacher in playwriting, and I really feel like I'm going to be gaining a lot from this class. Which leaves me with Introduction to London Theatre, which is our field trip class, I guess. That's the class where we'll be attending the shows, meeting once a week to discuss and write papers, I assume. I haven't had a class yet. It's a Monday through Thursday schedule, which leaves me with a 3-day weekend to really enjoy the sights and just living in London. I can't really think of much else to update you all on, so I will be signing off for now. If you have donated to my Starving Artist in London campaign, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I would love to send you a postcard personally thanking you, as well as a little tidbit of what I've been up to. So if you could either send me your mailing address via email at NicoleNakash@gmail.com, or you can find me at Facebook. I'm on there as Nicole Nakash, and you can send me a private message or a comment, but I would really, really love to be able to send you some mail from across the pond. So thanks for hanging out with me. I will be updating this minimum weekly, probably more with all the exciting things I'll be doing, and I will be signing off. Enjoy your cuppa.